What's up guys, it's Megan. I hope you're having a magical day. So I wanted to do something a little bit different. I was doing the who is my Disney princess or what Disney princess would I be tag, and I was like, why is there not one for the villains? So I decided to do some questions based off of the tag that was done by my friend Terryn. She created the what Disney princess am I tag, and based off of that, I wanted to do the what Disney villain am I tag, because you guys know how I feel about Disney villains. I would just love to be one, and they're my favorite. So I would love to get to do this one. If you guys want to participate in this tag, I will leave all the questions down below, and let's just hop into the video. So I did take some questions from Terryn's, but I figured I could put a little bit of a different spin on it because it is for the villains. So number one is going to be your favorite accessory. In my last one, I know I said that I liked scarves, but I guess if I were to pick another accessory, I have a lot of hats. I love to wear hats. I love baseball hats, but any hats are pretty good, so I like anything on my head. And I wonder if there are any villains that like things on their heads. I don't know. The second one is your favorite color. My favorite color is purple. That has always been my favorite color. If I could pick a close second, it would be green, but definitely purple is my favorite color. Number three, a favorite dessert. So for me, I love anything and all things chocolate. I can't eat any dairy, so it can be very hard and tricky for me to find chocolate that doesn't have dairy in it. But anything that has cake or chocolate or cookies, anything that I can eat without dairy, I just love it. So I'm gonna go with cake or pies, but really anything. I love dessert. Number four, your ideal lair. So when I think of an evil lair, I almost kind of think of the Batcave, but I love Hades' lair. He's just so cool. He ruled the underworld, but I just love that he gets to sit outside and he gets to view everything, and he's just like on top of the world. So I could see myself being on that spot. So the next question is, describe your style. So I try to be more minimalistic. I tend to wear things that are pretty simple. I like bold colors, but in terms of my makeup, it's really a hit or miss. I either go all out or it's really natural. Sometimes you'll see me with purple lipstick or bright blue lipstick or gray lipstick, and a lot of times you'll see me just with more natural makeup like this. But in terms of my clothes, I tend to wear things that are pretty minimalistic. Like I said, I wear a lot of jeans, and I like to wear a lot of my Disney shirts. And ironically, I have a lot of Disney villains things, so I try to wear those. Like I'm wearing my ears right now, Mr. Lotso Huggin' Bear, but I don't know. I think I have a pretty simple style, not too flashy. I tend to stick to a lot of black and white too. Not that boring, but if I'm like either really going for it or not at all. Okay, number six, the best power to have. I struggle with this one because I would love to be able to read minds and go like super speed and understand people's thoughts, but I feel like, I don't know, or like super strength, or if we're talking about villains too, being really like manipulative and smart. So if you can have one power, what would that be? Like, so be smart, cunning, all these things, but I feel like it would have to be able to like read minds or something like that, because I always want to know what people are thinking. Sometimes it would be really good to know what they're thinking, and sometimes it would be horrible, but I'm always very curious. It would make my job a lot easier to know what people were actually thinking, so I go with that one. My weapon of choice. And I mean, I could have like a staff or a wand, but I feel like if I had to pick one, we could be like Thor, even though he's not a villain, you know, but it'd be cool to have, you know, a magic hammer. I feel like I'd have to go with my power being, well, my weapon being just magic. I feel like if I just had like magic, I would be unstoppable. I mean, not that I would really want to be a villain. I mean, I do because I love them, but at the same time, I don't see myself being a villain. But that's why I want to do this, because I want to know what villain I would be. Okay, so magic would be my weapon of choice. I would want to be able to use that. Not with like even a wand or anything, just to be like, and use my powers. Okay, biggest fear or weakness. I would say my biggest fear is either being alone or something happening to my family, or heights. I'm really nervous around heights. I get very, very scared at tall elevations. If I don't feel like I feel like if I'm too high off the ground, and I also get very nervous when there's a lot of people around me. Sometimes I actually struggle with this at Disney, being really claustrophobic. So I don't want to be stuck in a place or really high up in the sky or anything like that. And for weakness, I feel like I sometimes care too much about people, and that affects me, but I also worry a lot. I worry way too much. So that's definitely one of my weaknesses. Number 9, your perfect evil sidekick. And if I could pick one out of the Disney movies, it would have to be Pain and Panic. They are my favorite sidekick duo. They are just absolutely hilarious. I would not mind if they wore Hercules sandals and were drinking cups and wearing his merchandise. I would support it. I would buy some. I do have Hercules merchandise, but they just, if is good. So I would definitely pick them. They are hilarious and I would love to have them by my side. My next one is pick your favorite Disney villain song. For me, this probably has to be the Oogie Boogie song, Mr. Oogie Boogie, and he's one of my favorite villains. I have him as a popcorn bucket right here, and I got him from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I just love the villain so much, but his song is probably one of my favorites, so the Oogie Boogie song. Question number 11 is your favorite smells or scents. So for me, I really like sweet scents. So I mean like vanilla, cookies, sugar, baked anything. I love sweet scents. I have this amazing apple candle that's like really sweet. I have the churro candle. I have pineapple Dole Whip candles, anything sweet that smells like sugar or candy or any baked goods I'm all about. So pies out of the oven, I want that as a candle. Number 12, your best quality. And I also said in the last one that I'm a hard worker, but I like to think that I'm also pretty smart. I don't talk about this very often. I like to be more humble, which probably wouldn't make a good Disney villain, but I like to think that I'm pretty smart. I work really hard at my schooling and at my job, so I like to think that I'm smart. I'm gonna say I'm hardworking and smart for my best quality. And number 13, of course I had to have it as 13 questions because, you know, Disney villains. But it would be, what should a villain be like? Or what would make a good Disney villain? For me, they have to have some absurd hatred for no reason. I think most of them do. They have to have a super awesome song. I feel like they don't necessarily have to have powers, but they just have to absolutely hate something so much for no reason. And they have to have good catchphrases, they have to have a good outfit, just so many different things that would make a good Disney villain. Just their lines, their quotes. I think that having the ability to transform into a dragon is also really cool, or transform yourself into from a sea witch to a human, or from an evil queen to an old hag. It's like just to be able to transform yourself into these different things to get your job done. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in participating in this new tag, you don't have to. I just thought it'd be really fun if people got to know what Disney villain they were. But if you're interested, I will leave all the questions down below. I would love to see what Disney villain you are. Please let me know what villain you think I am by leaving a comment down below as well. And I would love to see my friends Terryn, TwinkleBellTerryn, and Cargo619 do this tag as well. I will leave their channels down below if you want to check them out. But I was just really inspired by Terryn's tag, and instead of being princesses, I thought, what if we were villains? So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a magical day, and I will see you real soon. Bye.